Hello everyone, my name is Septia Pratiwi, and today I'll be presenting our project about the past perfect tense. And I worked on this project with my group partner, Kezya, Aurrellia, Rahmadhina, but I'll be the one explaining the material in this video. So let's get started. And today we're going to learn about the past perfect tense. This tense helps us explain two events or two actions that happened in the past and show which one happened first. And I hope this lesson makes it easier for you to understand and use it in your own sentences. Today's lesson has 6 parts. First, the introductions. Second, when to use the past perfect. And the third, the formula. The fourth, the key uses. Then we'll try a fun quiz. And finally, we'll end with a short conclusion. Okay, the introduction. So, the past perfect tense is one of the 16 tenses in English. And we use it to describe an action that was already finished before another action in the past. So basically, if two things happen in the past, the past perfect tell us which one happened earlier. And it makes our sentences more clear and help avoid confusion. When to use past perfect? So we use the past perfect when two actions happen in the past and one of them happened before the other. So when we often use the time expressions like after, before, when, or by the time. And the important thing to remember is we always use had for every subject, whether it is I, you, we, they, she, he, it. And here are some examples. Examples number 1. The bus had left when I arrived. The bus leaving happened first. So the word had is used with the action that happened first. Okay, here I'll give you another examples. I had eaten breakfast before I went to campus. So the eating breakfast happened first, right? So that's why the had is with eaten breakfast, not with went to campus. Okay, next, for the formula is simple. For positive sentences is subject, had, and past participle or verb 3. For example, they had built the house. And for the negative sentences is subject, had not, and past participle. For example, they had not built the house. For negative is use not. Next, for the questions is had, subject, and past participle and question mark. Don't forget the question mark, okay? For example, had they built the house? Okay. And you have to remember the had is never changes, and the verb after had must be in verb 3, like finished, gone, eaten, left, eaten, and etc. Okay, for the key uses, we use the past perfect to show that one action was completed before another past action. And we also use it to explain reason or cause and effect in the past, to talk about experience before a certain time, and to shift tenses in reported speech. And sometimes we also use it to describe actions that started earlier and continued until another past moment. Okay, next is main uses. There is 5 main uses. The first is action before another past action. So it used to show clearly which action that happened first. For example, I had eaten before I left home. The part with had eaten is the first action. Number 2 is cause and effect in the past. So we use the past perfect to explain why a past situation happened or why someone felt that way. For example, she was tired because she had studied all night. So which one that happened first? Tired or study? So the studying happened first. Okay, next, number 3, past experience. So it used to talk about actions or experience that were true until a certain time in the past. For example, I had never traveled alone before last year. So the experience, the never traveled alone, was true up to that past moment. Okay. Number 4, reported speech. So we use the past perfect when we report or retell something that someone said in the past. For example, me as my sister. Okay, and I said, I finished my homework. So the reported speech is, she said that she had finished her homework. So had finished shows that the action happened earlier in the past. Okay, so number 5, actions continuing to a past point. So we use past tense to describe something that started before and was still happening up to another point in the past. For example, I had lived in my old house for 10 years before I moved. So it's like I started living in the house for a long time ago, and I continued living there until the moment I moved. Okay, so the action, the living, lasted for 10 years and stopped when I moved. Okay, since we finished learning about the past perfect, I've prepared a quiz for you to try. Okay, now let's try a quick quiz. Quiz number 1. So you can read it first and I will tell you the correct answer. So the question is, I had blah 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 when she came. The correct answer is left. So the full sentence is, I had left when she came. Okay, quiz number 2. And for this one, we're looking for the part that uses the past perfect. Okay, the correct answer is C. They had already left, because this part shows the earlier action. Okay, next, quiz number 3. So in the sentence, when I saw her, she blah 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 already blah 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 her homework. What is the answer? So the correct answer is had and completed. So the full sentence is, when I saw her, she had already completed her homework. And quiz number 4. Okay, quiz number 4 is, I blah 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 my brother when he played football. So the correct answer is had called. Okay, good job everyone. That's the end of the quiz. Okay, now it's time for the conclusion. So the conclusion is, the past perfect tense help us show which past action happened first, and we form it with had plus past participle or verb 3. Understanding this tense makes it easier for us to tell stories, to describe experience, and explain actions in a clear and logical way. And that's all. Thank you for watching and learning with me. And I hope this helps you understand and use the past perfect confidently. See you next time.